She called me from another man's house. I'm divorcing you. I sold the business. I'm starting over with him. Then she laughed. Not nervously, not cruelly, but like she was proud of herself, like she'd won something. But what she didn't know is that I'd already taken everything that mattered. By the time she signed the deal, she owned nothing but a name, and I owned the rest. If you believe in quiet strength, calm strategy, and reclaiming your power when you've been betrayed, hit subscribe. These are the stories of people who don't scream. They prepare. My name is Andrew Burke. I'm 44 years old. And the night my marriage ended, I didn't scream. I didn't cry. I poured myself a whiskey, walked to the edge of Mark's driveway, and listened. The call came just after 9 p.m. Her voice was casual, unapologetic. I'm divorcing you, she said. I sold the company. I'm starting over, with Colin. Then, she laughed. I remember that part clearer than the words. She actually laughed, like she'd just landed a promotion or hit a PR milestone. I didn't say much, just, good for you, Maya. I hung up, finished my drink, and sat in silence while the neighbors kept chatting and clinking bottles in the garage behind me. They didn't hear the call, but I think they felt the shift. When I walked into the house later that night, Maya was already there, still in the same outfit she wore when she left for her strategic brand retreat 4 days ago. All black, hair tied back. She didn't look guilty. She looked smug. Figured I'd beat you home, she said. I wanted to talk face to face. But when she noticed the office safe missing and the framed patents gone from the wall, her smile faltered, just slightly. Where's everything? She asked, trying to sound annoyed instead of nervous. I shrugged. Moved it. To where? She stepped forward and I caught it, just a flicker of uncertainty in her eyes. Maya, I said, calm as ever. You just sold a company that doesn't exist anymore. Let me explain. We started Monoline together in 2008. Me with an idea, her with a LinkedIn account and a pitch-perfect smile. She was the face of our logistics optimization company. I was the builder. She liked to joke that I spoke in code more than English. That was fine. I let her handle the front-facing stuff. Clients, events, investors. While I wrote the algorithm that made us millionaires, she handled perception. I handled reality. By year 5, we had a downtown condo, a weekend lake house, and a daughter. People thought we were the perfect team. And for a while, we were. Until I stopped being enough. Not as a man, as an audience. It started slow. Trips she didn't want me to join. Partnerships she couldn't explain right now. Passwords changed. Phone calls whispered behind closed doors. I'm not stupid, I just didn't want to believe it. But I'm a systems guy. So I started tracing things. Deleted messages, altered financial permissions, overnight client file transfers I never authorized. She didn't just plan to leave, she planned to gut me on the way out. But what she didn't know is that I'd already seen this coming. And I'd already started quietly separating everything that mattered. 3 years earlier, I'd formed a shell company, Verto Dynamics. On paper, it was a white-label data hosting firm. In practice, it was the future of Monoline. And only I knew it. I rerouted contracts to Verto, moved the core IP to a new cloud infrastructure, had our clients sign new SLAs under the hosting upgrade. Maya never read the fine print. Too busy signing autographs at tech panels. I rewrote the architecture, then voided the legacy build she had access to. By the time she started shopping Monoline around behind my back, all she owned was a brand name, a logo, and a server that hadn't processed a request in 18 months. The sale went through. Colin, a venture capitalist who looked like he bought his charisma on clearance, cut her a check for $38,000. She was euphoric. I sent him a cease and desist. He called me 2 days later, furious. She said you were checked out, that you weren't involved anymore. I sent him the updated IP registrations, the time-stamped GitHub records, the active client contracts, none of which bore the Monoline name anymore. He hung up without another word. 3 weeks later, I saw on LinkedIn that he'd rebranded. He was now a wellness tech advisor. Maya didn't fare much better. When she realized what had happened, she tried to leverage our shared bank account to stay afloat. But the business line was frozen, her name removed. The apartment sold. She tried refinancing the lake house under my name. My attorney shut that down within an hour. She tried accessing our daughter's trust. Didn't know it required both parent signatures and biometric verification. Her final play? Show up at my new house, uninvited. She looked around like she didn't recognize any of it. I miss her, she said, meaning our daughter. You had her, I said. You chose something else. Today, I take my daughter to school every morning, make her lunch, teach her how to read contracts before she signs anything. She asks about her mom sometimes. I tell her, she's figuring herself out. And I hope that's true. Because I'm done being bitter. I don't need to win, I already have. I didn't scream, I didn't chase. I watched the woman who thought I was too quiet. Realized too late that silence was the sound of me moving everything. She sold the company. She walked away proud. But by then, it was already gone. If someone betrays you and thinks you'll fall apart, don't yell. Don't break. Just move in silence. And when they laugh, make sure the punchline is on them.